My ex-wife expected me to pay for her stepdaughter's school trip because it wouldn't be fair if she felt left out. Then she demanded I treat all her kids like they were mine. Now she's asking me to buy them a house so they can have equal living standards. That's when I finally realized her entitlement would never end. And this time I said no. Hello, Reddit. I plus here. I'm at the point where I genuinely don't know if I'm being reasonable anymore or if my ex-wife has completely lost touch with reality. For context, I'm 36. My ex-wife Serena is 35. We have 9-year-old twin boys together, Caleb and Micah. We were barely together for a year before she got pregnant. The relationship was already shaky, but once the twins came along, we convinced ourselves we had to do the right thing and stay together for the kids. Looking back, we were forcing something that never worked naturally. We argued about everything: money, parenting, schedules. Even stupid stuff like how to load a dishwasher somehow turned into a 3-hour fight. Still, we tried. When the boys were around 1 year old, Serena met someone else through work. She eventually admitted she wasn't happy and wanted out. Honestly, I wasn't devastated. We were already emotionally exhausted by then. Splitting up actually made us better parents because we stopped spending all our energy fighting each other. At first, co-parenting worked surprisingly well. We did 50-50 custody. No child support because our incomes were similar, and we split expenses evenly for the boys. Birthdays were civil, holidays were coordinated. It wasn't perfect, but it was functional. Then she remarried. Her husband, Grant, had a daughter from a previous relationship named Lily, same age as my twins. At first, I was supportive. I wanted the boys to feel comfortable in their new blended family. But that's when the expectations started creeping in. It began with little comments. You should bring Lily too, so nobody feels left out. It would mean so much if all the kids saw you as family. Can you grab Lily a souvenir too while you're out with the boys? At first, I did some of it because I didn't want tension. If I took the twins for ice cream, sure, Lily came sometimes. If I bought movie tickets, okay. One extra ticket wasn't the end of the world. But slowly, it stopped being appreciated and started being expected. That's the difference. One weekend, I took my boys to a water park. Serena called me angry afterward because I posted photos online and Lily wasn't there. She literally said, "Do you know how hurt she felt seeing her brothers having that experience without her?" I remember staring at my phone thinking, brothers? I barely know this child. Again, I have nothing against Lily. She's polite. Sweet kid. But she is not my daughter. Then Serena and Grant had a baby together, a little girl named Ava. A year later, Grant's teenage nephew moved in with them after some family problems. So now their household looks like this. My twins, Grant's daughter, their shared baby, Grant's nephew. And somehow, according to Serena, I'm supposed to emotionally and financially support this entire expanding village because my sons live there half the week. The real blow-up happened over a school trip. The boys' school organized a 3-day science camp at this huge interactive learning center about 2 hours away. Robotics labs, astronomy exhibits, engineering workshops, all that stuff. The twins were insanely excited. The trip cost almost $900 total for both of them once you included transportation, lodging, food, and activities. Expensive? Yeah, but I could afford it, and these are the kinds of experiences I want my kids to have, so I paid for it. Simple. Or at least I thought it was. When I told Serena the payment was handled, she got quiet in that dangerous way people do right before an argument. Then she asked, "What about Lily?" I honestly thought she meant whether Lily's parents had paid yet. Nope. She expected me to pay for Lily too. I laughed because I genuinely thought she was joking. She wasn't. She starts telling me it's cruel for the boys to go while Lily stays behind, that they're growing up together and should have equal opportunities. I told her respectfully that Lily already has 2 parents. Her response: "You make way more money than we do now. Why should one child feel less important?" That sentence irritated me immediately, because this suddenly wasn't about fairness anymore. It was about access to my wallet. Then Grant jumped into the conversation. Bad move. This man actually told me, when you marry someone with kids, you become responsible for creating equality between all of them. I just stared at him. I finally said, "Cool. Then you should pay for them equally." Apparently that made me the villain. Serena accused me of treating Lily like an outsider. Grant said I was damaging the sibling bond between the children. They both acted like I was traumatizing this kid because I refused to spend nearly another $500. But here's the thing. Nobody seems willing to acknowledge. Every decision they made expanded their household responsibilities, not mine. They decided to blend families. They decided to have another baby. They decided to take in his nephew. And somehow, every time finances get tight, they look at me like I'm the emergency backup account. After the trip argument, things got colder between us. I stopped discussing my plans in advance because everything turned into negotiations about the other kids. If I bought my boys new bikes, Serena would mention Lily needed one too. If I upgraded the boys' tablets for school, suddenly it was awkward because the other kids noticed. Then came the most ridiculous conversation yet. A few months ago, I bought a townhouse. Nothing extravagant. Just a decent 3-bedroom place in a safer neighborhood with better schools and more space for the boys. Apparently, my twins mentioned they each had their own rooms now. Big mistake. Serena called me furious, not congratulating me, not happy for the boys. Furious. She said it was creating class division between households because at her place, all the kids share rooms while my boys now have a luxury setup. Then she actually asked if I would consider contributing toward a down payment for a bigger house for her family. I thought I misheard her. Nope. She genuinely believed I should help buy her family a house so all the children can grow up with equal living standards. I asked her if she understood how insane that sounded. She said, "You're only thinking about yourself." No, actually, I'm thinking about my children, which is literally my job. I told her very clearly, I will always provide for Caleb and Micah. I'll help with school, medical bills, sports, college, whatever they need, but I am not financially responsible for every child living under your roof, and she cried. Grant called me selfish. And now, apparently, I'm the cold-hearted ex-husband who doesn't understand family. But honestly, I think they got way too comfortable spending my money in their heads before ever asking for it. I love my boys more than anything, but I'm done being emotionally manipulated every time I refuse to bankroll someone else's household. At what point does blended family stop meaning cooperation and start meaning entitlement?